AITA, for refusing to let my brother's new girlfriend sleep in my bed while she stayed over. So this happened a few weeks ago and I'm still getting the silent treatment from my brother, so I need some outside perspective here. I'm 27F and my brother is 30M. He's been seeing this new girl, 25F, for about 2 months, let's call her Sarah. Things seem pretty serious between them, which is cool, I want him to be happy. Anyway, he hits me up asking if Sarah can stay at my place for the weekend since they wanted to hang out in my city. I've got a decent 1-bedroom apartment with a pull-out couch in the living room that's actually pretty comfortable. I figured they'd crash there, no big deal. I said yes because, you know, family. Here's where it gets weird. I come home from work Friday around 6 p.m., and I walk into my bedroom to find Sarah unpacking her suitcase on my bed. Like, her clothes are spread out everywhere, toiletries on my nightstand, the whole 9 yards. I'm standing there confused as hell when my brother walks in behind me all casual like, "Oh hey sis, hope you don't mind. I told Sarah she could use your room. Figured you wouldn't care about sleeping on the couch for a couple nights." I'm sorry, what? I was honestly speechless for a second. Like, who does that? I never offered my bedroom. We never discussed this. I told him straight up that wasn't happening and they'd need to use the pullout as originally planned. Sarah looked mortified, honestly felt bad for her in that moment, but she didn't say anything. My brother immediately got defensive and started going off about how I was being rude and a terrible host. He brought up how back in college, he always let me crash at his place when I visited. I reminded him that I slept on his couch, not in his bed while he took the floor or whatever. The whole thing was so awkward. Sarah quietly packed her stuff back up and they moved to the living room. But the entire weekend had this weird tension hanging over it. My brother was clearly annoyed with me. Sarah seemed uncomfortable, which again, I felt bad about. And I felt like the villain in my own apartment. They left Sunday morning and my brother has been giving me the cold shoulder ever since. He texted me a few days later saying I embarrassed him in front of Sarah and made her feel unwelcome. He said a good sister would have just gone along with it to avoid making waves. Look, I get that hosting people means making some accommodations. If they'd asked beforehand about using my bedroom, we could have talked about it. Maybe I would have said yes, maybe not, but at least it would have been a conversation. The fact that he just assumed and then acted like I was being unreasonable for wanting to sleep in my own bed in my own apartment is what really got to me. I genuinely don't think I was trying to be mean or unwelcoming. I just wanted to sleep in my own bed after working all week. The pullout is honestly fine. I've slept on it myself when I had other guests. But now I'm wondering if I was being petty or if I should have just sucked it up for the weekend to keep the peace. My brother clearly thinks I'm the asshole here, and I'm worried I might have ruined his relationship or made Sarah think our family is weird. So Reddit, AITA for refusing to give up my bedroom to my brother's girlfriend?